In this lesson, I'm going to talk to you a bit about copywriting. Since we're builders and we have most of our time with our head down actually building this product, we forget about selling the product. Copywriting is the art of selling by using words. This lesson is inspired by one of my most recent favorite books, Copywriting Secrets. This is a book by Jim Edwards, and it's inspired by Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels. And if those of you who don't know what ClickFunnels are, ClickFunnels is a platform, but it's also a technique of driving sales through web pages that have very little like visual graphics, but a lot of big sales-oriented text. So in this book, Copywriting Secrets, Jim Edwards talks about the art of selling through writing and taking into consideration the desires, the emotions, the pain points, the feelings that your product will help relieve. It talks about the reason people buy, and that's why I believe this is so powerful. And I'm just going to quickly summarize the learnings from this book so that you don't have to go through and read 6 hours of it. Okay, so there are 10 reasons why people buy, and these 10 reasons, once you understand them, will change the way you not only just build, but go through life and interact with people. The first reason people buy is to make money. Okay, who doesn't want to make money? Secondly, it's to save money. People buy products as a solution to reducing their costs, right? If you can build a product that helps people make more money and save money, they're going to pay you for that difference. Because if your product costs $20 and it helps them save $100, then of course they're going to buy it from you. The job of a product builder and the person selling the product is to make the buyer feel weird for saying no. I'm not going to say the word stupid, but you should make the person feel very weird for saying no. The offer should be so good, or it should make so much sense to the buyer that they should just have a no-brainer yes answer. So make money, save time, avoid effort, escape pain, get comfort or pleasure, achieve hygiene and health, gain praise, feel more loved, and increase popularity and social status. These are the 10 reasons that people buy products. So we don't have to look for a literal way that our product helps people achieve hygiene and health. Say you're selling a product that helps you find a dog sitter for your dog. Okay, there's a marketplace, you're building it for your local community to match trusted dog sitters with pet owners. My point is this dog sitting app can help people buy back some of their time so that they can have a cleaner home, they can go for exercises, they can make more money by maybe putting in an hour more of overtime. There's a lot of ways that you can mix and match these 10 reasons that people buy to sell to the prospect who's purchasing your product that this product will solve their problem. You need to get to know your product, and you need to get to know how people will use your product. And in the beginning, you're not going to know. And this is why I take a lot of pride in having y'all thoroughly understand your user profile, your ICP, and like almost creepily understand what their day-to-day looks like. Because if you can fit your copywriting into their day-to-day and keep in mind these 10 reasons that people buy, it's almost a no-brainer that you can get people to click, convert into your paywall, make that purchase, right? So for those of y'all building B2C apps, it's important that you ask yourself the following questions when you are writing the copy, not just for your paywall, but for your onboarding flow too, because you want to build curiosity and trust during your onboarding flow using copywriting. And you want to, at the time of your paywall, when you're making the offer, that's when somebody sees an offer on their face. They're like, wow, like I'm being presented with an offer. Is this for me? You have to use words to build internal pressure in your prospect to say, wow, like I'm curious. I want to solve this problem. I need this solution. And so here are 10 answers potentially for each question here. What are ways that my product can help customers make more money, or my users make more money if it's B2C? How can my product help customers save money over the next week, month, or year? How much time can my product save them, and what else could they do with that time? What is something they won't have to do anymore once they buy my product? What physical pain do I eliminate for them, and what does that mean for their life and their business? How does my product or service eliminate mental pain or worry for my customers? What are 3 ways my product helps my customers feel more comfortable? How does my product help customers become healthy? And what are 3 ways my product or service is going to help them be the envy of their friends? Okay, how will buying my product increase their popularity and give them more status? So copywriting is about addressing these emotions using writing so that people feel as if they have pain, they have emotion, and that your product is the means to solve it. Okay, so when you are designing your onboarding flow and your paywall, you have a few opportunities with screen real estate. And when I mean screen real estate, I mean space on the screen to use words to sell to your customer. First, you have the headline on your paywall, and your headline is the most important piece of copy. Your headline is simple: to get people to stop what they're doing and read. And you have to use the most bold words and make the most bold promise in order to get people to really stop and think. The first mistake I see people make are poor headlines. Headlines are the biggest pieces of text in your app. That could be on your splash screen, like the initial screen that people see when they download your app, or on your paywall. Your headline needs to speak to your target audience, not everyone. Advertising and sales physically happens from person to person. When you're in a car dealership, when you are in the supermarket, you're buying person to person. The same philosophy applies when you're building for apps and software. You need to speak to one particular person. So if your prospect downloaded your app after seeing your app store listing, after seeing an advertisement, after getting to know you, I believe that the prospect is aware of your product, but that person doesn't know the desire or the emotion that they might have, right? Or the outcome that they're missing out on. So your opportunity in the headline is to sell the outcome. An example of some of these can be, if you're building an app to help people study, finish the school year with an A+. Get into your dream school using this proven study tracker for the SAT. If you're building a dating coaching app, unlock 10 ways to land your dream partner. Notice how these headlines are big, bold, and they make promises. Every product makes promises, and it's gonna feel weird at first for you to make a bold promise, especially because you don't know if your app can fulfill that promise. But that's what products do, and that's what the best marketers do. And it's natural for a human to read that type of copy and to be okay with it. They're not gonna think you're weird because you made a bold statement. They're gonna think like, wow, like this is a great product. It has a lot of perceived value. Perceived value is also crucial in marketing. How do you create perceived value? By selling outcomes, by selling promises. People buy what they want and not what they need. As such, you need to sell them what they want by telling them the emotions that they might have, by creating that emotional desire to be like, wow, like I have this problem, and then now you're presenting me with this paywall that gives me exactly what I needed. Cool. So to wrap up headlines, I'm going to leave a link to a document in the resource list to the side here. And you will have a list of potential headlines that you could use for your paywall. And I'll break them down by like the paywall and onboarding. Then once you've mastered headlines, the next step is to think about bullets. And in app paywalls, you're always selling via bullet points. Bullet points carry the most weight in copy. Once the headline pulls them in and gets them to stop and really think, you can use bullets to build curiosity so that you can create that internal pressure I'm talking about, grab people's attention so that you can address their specific wants to get more sales, convey information quickly, give people a reason to act, summarize what people will see, give people a preview of what your app can do, list your benefits, and give people a reason to purchase, okay? So bullet points are meant to be short and sweet. They're not supposed to be full descriptions of what your app does. What happens when you say too much in your sales copy is you're actually creating bias. You're telling people way too much about the logistics of how your product works. And good salespeople sell the destination, not the plane ticket. I hope that makes sense. We are selling the fact that we're going to the Bahamas and we're gonna have a good time and we're going to de-stress and we're going to live a different life. We're not selling the fact that we're going to sit on a 10-hour flight in economy next to two oversized people and we're going to drink a ginger ale and have no food, right? We don't sell that part of going on vacation. Nobody does. They sell the Bahamas, and that's what you have to do in your product too. You have to speak less and give people only what they want to hear. That's what builds internal pressure. If you start saying, hey, crush your 1 rep max if you're building a fitness app, beat your 1 rep max by working out every single day and coming to this app and recording your each and every set. And if you skip a step or if you skip one of these days, then you're not going to hit your goals. Like my point is that if you try to write out every single like thing that the person's going to do, now what's happening is they're going, oh, I'm going to crush my 1 rep max, but I have to come back here every single day and write and make sure I click the button and log my reps. And if I don't log my reps, I'm not going to hit my 1 rep max. No, I don't want this. I'm out. We don't want to do that. They don't need to know what they have to do. They just need to know what happens if the product is used as intended. You built a product. You put a lot of thought into it as the entrepreneur, as the founder, as the visionary. Let the customer use your product as it's intended. Don't overthink it. Shorten your bullet points. I'll also leave a link to a resource to help you write good bullet points for your paywall. Awesome. So those are the two things I wanted to cover: the reasons people buy, headlines, and bullet points. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson on copywriting. We'll do more lessons on this so that you can become better at sales and writing actual text in your app, because I know when you have your head down and you're buried in building, you often don't think about this. Take care. See you later.